Hi, and welcome to Lengthen My Fuse. This course is a course in emotional embodiment. So we're going to begin by taking 3 breaths. So take your hand to your heart. If it feels supportive, you can take your hand to your belly. Sit up nice and tall and close your eyes. Feel your breath moving in your nostrils. Fill up and then let it go. Breathing in again, feeling your chest and your belly lifting. And then drawing your breath back in. Filling up once more, maybe a little bit deeper, a little bit longer this time. And feeling your cool or your warm breath exiting your nostrils as you breathe out. All right, release your hands down. You can blink your eyes open. Well, I'm so excited you're here. And I know that you're here for a reason. You have goals. You have ways in your life that you would like to lengthen your fuse. Spaces that you would like, areas of your life that you would like more space in. This is a human phenomena, and there's nothing wrong with you for the ways that right now maybe you're feeling guilty for. I just want to make that clear that wherever you're at in your journey, you're in the perfect spot to be here, and that you're fully supported in moving forward with these goals and this vision that you have for your life. So we're going to spend some time looking at some of the, more stressful areas of your life and looking at some of the suffering and using specific practices and methods to bring a little bit more light, a little bit more life and aliveness to those parts of your life. Empowerment. So intentions are really important, and that's the word, the welcome word this week is intention. And I want you to think about, what is your intention for being here? What is your intention to lengthen your fuse? And I want you to be specific. And another way to think about this is, generally when we set intentions, we're asking ourselves, what do I need most right now? What do I need right now? So as you think about, the ways you might want to lengthen your fuse, well, really, when we start to look at it, there's a lot of ways, some of them bigger, some of them smaller, some of them more important in your day-to-day life, some more important in the longer term, and there's time and space to work all of it. But for the next 6-month stretch of time, what feels like the most important for you? And what do you really need right now? So start to mull that over, and then you can start to work that into an intention. My intention for taking this course is blankety blank blank blank. My intention for taking this course is to soften my need for my vices. And that reminds me of another important point. So instead of using absolute language, like, I'm never going to use my vices again, I want to invite you to use flexible language that invites you to learn and grow, which involves messing up and taking steps back while still honoring your intentions. So maybe it's, I want to soften my internal battle with my vices, because that makes a big difference, right? Maybe you, instead of saying like, I never want to lose my temper again, maybe you say, I want to develop a habit of like regularly tending to my emotions so that I'm not acting them out on the people that I love or acting them in and creating disease within myself. So this might be a little bit of a process. You can start and you can work with it until it really feels right for you. Let's see. Beautiful. The other aspect to consider here is I'm going to have you be working on a goal setting spreadsheet. You may have already started this, and if you haven't, then that is absolutely fine too. And you can find the link in the PDF and or in the document that has the write-up for this section. So go in and you're going to fill out your vision for your future. And you're going to look at your roles in your life. And so you're going to look at what are the me roles, the us roles, and the them roles. I'll just explain this really quick. So the us roles, that's like you as a member of your small community. So for me, my us roles, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I am a cook and a cleaner of our home. It's like I do a lot of our scheduling and trip planning. Like that is my like us, the us stuff. Them is going to be your work. So if you have clients or patients, or if you work for a company and you have bosses and they're asking you to do things, those are your roles for the them category. They are asking you to do things. Then we have the roles as, so those might be like employee, business owner, like professional development of some sort. So then we have the me category. So that's where a lot of this stuff is going to fall in. It might also go into the us though, because we're working some of those relationships. So in the me category, what are your roles? Like, how do you take care of yourself? So this one can be a little bit more challenging sometimes. I want you to think of, who is meeting your needs? Who is asking, how you're feeling and tending to those things? If you're not already, you're gonna be soon. So, set up a role for yourself. Like, I am taking care of myself. I'm a self-care giver. I am practicing being my authentic self. Like, that's a role that I have, is to be authentically me. What does that, and then what does that mean? So look through your roles once you have those all laid out in that spreadsheet. And come back to your intentions. And then you can match up your intentions with your roles. And maybe you have one for each of your roles, perhaps outside of business, of the them stuff. I'm going to talk about this more in another video, but this is just to get you started for your welcome week. Okay, so then you have a practice. So your practice that I want you to work on is going to be gratitude. And you may have done this before, and I want you to find your favorite way to do it. Maybe you write it, maybe you speak it out loud, maybe you share it on social media, maybe you think it and you allow it to just be a thought processing. I don't really care how you do it. Whatever works best for you. I just want you to be mulling over what are some of the things that you are grateful for each day. What am I uniquely grateful for right now? I am grateful that my plants that are right next to me that I planted over the summer are flourishing in my windowsill garden. That brings me a lot of gratitude right now because I'm sitting in my kitchen. Um, just like in this moment, what am I feeling grateful for? The little things, even like the teeny tiny little things, maybe even to the bigger things. So, um, there's a couple things I want to talk about though, because sometimes when we're asking ourselves like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to say what I'm grateful for right now. And you're maybe not feeling so like cheerful going into that. What you can do is work with some of these voices. You can start to notice, okay, I am grateful for this. And then maybe you have a voice that says, yeah, but it's really not that great. I'm really grateful for my son, and you've been really hard on him lately, and so, you can't be grateful for him, or, whatever it is. Just notice that tendency that we have sometimes to dismiss some of the gratitude and the peace and the joy. That's an old coping skill. That's okay. But for this practice, you can notice that this is happening. You can choose to say, okay, I am going to accept that this is where I'm at right now. And then scan through your body. This is the other really important piece of this practice. We have the thoughts, and then I want you to scan through. When you think about your gratitude and or all of the other thoughts that come up of saying I'm scared, I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm not enough, all of that, where does that settle within you? So scan through your shoulders, scan through your chest, scan through your back, your belly, your hips. And what calls your attention the most? Maybe there's a couple places. Just notice. Then you can send your breath there, imagining that there's a tube running from your nostrils down to wherever your attention's being called. And imagine that your breath is going right there, into that spot over and over. So I'll lead you through an example. So all together, let's come up with something that we're grateful for. I'm going to use my plant example because it's very real and it's right next to me, and I'll invite you to think of one as well. Now close your eyes and start to scan through shoulders, chest, back, belly. Ooh. I feel my arms and my shoulders tingling, but I also feel it in my belly. So you name your spots. And then imagine your breath moving into those spaces. And we'll take another breath, allowing it to land in those same spaces, just noticing if your attention wants to wander. Just gently directing yourself back to this breath, breathing down into the body. One more time. And we'll let out a big sigh together. You can shake your shoulders, shake your hands out, shake your hips out. Give yourself a little wake up. And there we have it. So I am deeply, deeply honored to be your guide through this. This work has transformed my life and so many others. And I'm so excited that you are here. As I'm recording this video, I'm like channeling in and really tuning into you who's going to be watching it. And I'm just really grateful that you're here. And I'm excited to hear your story if I haven't heard it already.